experience. I think it depends on what kind of person you are. And if you're playing elite college football at this level, then you're a competitor, and you would think that that would slap them in the face and get them to work and think, okay, we're playing another team that's pretty much on that same level, and we better be ready to go. We weren't last time. Maybe there's a few guys that there might be a little fear that's been struck in them to say, wow, that happened last time, and they might back down a little bit. So it's a bit of a psychology test when you get, punched in the mouth like they did against North Carolina, and now here's a similar matchup. Now, I'm not talking about styles of play, but in terms of the level of play, a similar matchup.
Mark, the tough part about coaching, and when you observe coaches and you really study them, is that only the elite of the elite are willing to step away from certain things that have made them who they are, or feel as though that you can't tell them anything. It's very hard for them to move off of that and to allow another opinion or someone else's viewpoint of how they should run their program or do certain things to change. When it comes to this defense, us as Miami Hurricanes fans, and I have to say us because I am a Miami Hurricanes fan, but I have been on this defense for years now. Some people don't like it, but to me, even when we were the 13th ranked defense last year, we never played like it. There's just certain things that we don't do well. Okay. And you start talking about a top 15 in anything, you probably can't point out one thing that they can't do well at a horrible level. Us stopping the run against quality teams is something we have not. Even when Coach Diaz was our defensive coordinator, Mark, we would give up big plays. Yes, he would send a whole bunch of blitzes. Yes, he brought the 4-3. I understand all of those things, but you do have to self-evaluate. And one thing I did love about him is that he did do that and realized to switch to the 4-2-5. But now that we're in the 4-2-5, we've been recruiting to the 4-2-5. Now we still have this issue with stretch runs. A simple off tackle and simple counters should not be able to run for 500 yards. And then to be able to go the whole game and have no comeback for it. Nothing. No change-up pitch, no different shot, nothing. It's bad. And now you're going to line up against a team in Oak State who's going to do, like you said, some of the same things. They're going to spread you out to run up the middle. Then when you bring your linebackers in the box, they're going to start throwing those now routes. They're going to start throwing those screens and open up the box so that they could run right back up the middle. You're going to get some of these same things. So I'm hoping that what happened 2 weeks ago changed the minds of the most important person that it has to change, and that is Coach Manny Diaz. Not Coach Blake Baker, not Coach Efren Banda, not Coach Mike Rupp, not our strikers coach, not Coach Todd Stroud, none of them. Coach Manny Diaz. Because sometimes it takes you really getting your head kicked in for you to realize there are some holes in this scheme. We must address them because it's already been exposed. And if you put this on film, then they're going to continue. Other people are going to turn the same film on and run those same plays until you prove you can stop them.
You think Garcia convinces Christian to come here?
That is the offensive tackle that they started the hashtag Leigh to the U. Tristan Lee. I would love it. First of all, I would want the young man to make the choice for himself.
I believe it's Tristan Lee.
Yeah, I think it's Tristan, not Christian. Yeah. Tristan Lee. I would want the young man to want to be here, not just come here, because that's what happens when you have young men, from my opinion, that hop in and out of the portal and hop school to school, is that they either, took some money or whatever underhanded thing to go to said school. And then when things didn't go their way, they got up and left. So I'm hoping that Leigh chooses Miami Hurricanes because we will put him in a good position to be successful. It's tough. It's really tough. I mean, we're competing with Oklahoma, who's putting first-round offensive linemen in and out. And not just first-rounders. I mean, I think their whole offensive line that played against Bama in 2018 were all off the board before the end of the third round of the NFL draft that year. That's big-time stuff. Putting centers, guards, tackles in the league. All right, and a couple of them play for my Ravens, so that's how I know. You got Ohio State. I mean, can we really sit down and talk about our offensive line history to Ohio State's offensive line history as of late? Probably not a good battle. So I'm hoping that he wants to come here and that we will put him in position and not waste his talent and not waste his time. Okay, once you put pen to paper, that clock starts. It starts going. And it's a moving object. Okay, if I stay stagnant at all, I'm losing time. And now I'm just trying to get back and got to work double, harder to get back to where if I just would have done things the right way the first time, I would have already been in line and ready to take whatever's there for me. So when it comes to Tristan Lee, I would be excited if he was a Miami Hurricane. I would love every second of it. I would want him to, number one, not be promised any PT, come in and earn it. And if he comes out and wins, let's do it. Let's do it. But that young man is big time. He's big time. And of course, I don't want to look at it as a fake dream. Like, oh, this can't happen. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. But when it comes to Tristan Lee to the U, I'm for it. I'm excited about it. And for those of you who hate on the hashtag, man, listen, if we could do anything to help him pick the University of Miami, I am all for it. You call us crazy fans all you want to. That's fine with me.
Tristan Lee listed at 6'5", 270, 11th rated player in the nation. Not at his position. 11th rated player, period. 247 Sports Composite. Number 4 offensive tackle. Top rated player in Virginia. Right now at 247 Sports, they've got an Oklahoma lean on him, as the Wholesome One says.